Alright, here's the weekly update for October the 28th. It's Sunday. Just did the water tests. Everything looks perfect. You know, pH is 7.3 area. I want to get my pH down a little bit lower, but I just want the bed to do it, so I'm not really adding any more phosphoric acid. The ammonia 0, nitrite 0. Nitrate is getting a little lower than I've seen it. It's, you know, right around 20. But that's telling me several things. One, the plants are definitely using the available nutrients. And I probably could stock the tank heavier, which I'm not going to complain about at all. I've actually been feeding, and they've been feeding very, very well. You can see the big ones hovering over the... Look at those guys right there. They want more food, and I just got done feeding them. They've been getting the tilapia pellets and lettuce leaves. It's funny to watch them tear a leaf of lettuce up. But they're all doing really, really well. I've been putting the solid lid on at night, that one there, and they're actually retaining a lot of heat from the day in the water, so because it's starting to get cooler at night here. So once I get a thermal wrap on this, I think we'll be able to get through the winter really well. Last Sunday I had mentioned that we were seeing some holes in the leaves, and by Tuesday we were in full attack mode. We were getting hit with cabbage looper caterpillars. Slightly brown moth flies in, leaves an egg, and the caterpillar comes out and demolishes what's in its way. You can see the top of this leaf here. They go straight across, which makes the area above that start to decompose a little faster, I guess lose its sugar content, and then they eat the top part away. So with a lot of hand picking, a lot of staring at the leaves and I'll show you alternate angles here in a little while to see, you can see through the leaves when there's a light up there like this, and sometimes you can see their forms, but a lot of hand picking of caterpillars and using a spray that uses a combination of chili powder, garlic, dish soap, and molasses. And so far we seem to be on top of it. I could have tried using some BT, which is a bacteria that attacks caterpillars only, and I probably will get some of that eventually, but the sprays seem to be keeping things under control right now. And as you can see, it's a jungle. It's beautiful. The colors are beautiful. Everything is looking great. But I did, before I got it under control, I lost 4 of my kale plants. So, you know, it's a process, of learning to control your pests, and relatively speaking, that is the biggest issue at the moment, is just controlling pests, because there's nothing else to do. The system is on cruise control. I come out, and every day I'm just seeing more and more and more and larger, and have more or less nothing to do other than watch it grow. We are finally getting female cucumbers, flowers coming out, and I have been hand pollinating them. So we have several right now, and you can see from last week's video how much it's grown across the top now. The lettuces all look great. Everything that doesn't have a hole in it from a caterpillar looks really, really good. So there's only, again, so much to say other than this system works. Try and get back here, too much to focus on. There we go. The tomato is throwing out flowers. We're still not really getting anything from them. I am surprised that the cucumber is actually doing as well as it is, considering how young the bed is. But, you know, that'll be something that gets better as time goes by, is which plants to put in which beds at what time of year to have them grow most beneficially, because you can see the cucumber is just dominating the landscape here. It's just huge. There's so much going on. It's so nice looking. If you look up through the leaves here, you can see those lighter bright color. That's the light shining on the leaf, and then from behind we come and look for moths and look for little chewers, and you come out and look and look and look, and you don't see anything, and then you get ready to stop looking, and then boom, you see something. You tear it down and throw it in the fish tank and feed the fish. Nice fat worm that you've been raising on eating your plants. So pest control is the word of the week. It's insane though how bushy and robust everything is, and cucumbers coming out and hand pollinating, and keep finding more and more as I'm going, so I'm trying to catch them and that when the flowers open and make sure that I help them out. But we have had lots of bees coming in, and even though it's starting to cool off, the bees are still functioning. And then there's ants that are doing their part. As you can see in the middle of the bed here now, it's kind of cleared out a bit, and that was from removing the damaged kale. But knock on wood, right now we seem to be on top of it. Try and get some better shots. It's hard to get everything in now. The jalapeno, there's a lot of flowers on it. Still waiting to see if we get any chilies popping out, but I just cannot get over the richness of the color of these leaves. And just how, even with being dominated by the cucumber and fighting for light, this thing is just, it's one of the nicest looking chili plants that I've ever grown. I really hope that these videos are helping, you know, inspire people to try growing, you know, their plants a different way, because it always seems to be such a fight keeping things, you know, alive in the dirt and figuring out their problems. And, you know, growing things this way, you just have a few basic rules, you know, to tending to the water and tending to the fish. And as long as the water and the fish are okay, then the plants, it's like the icing on the cake. They benefit from the wellness of the tank and the fish. So, I mean, I have to keep backing up just to try and get this in, and that's one bed. I haven't done this in a while, but just for some people that might be seeing this for the first time, I'll go ahead and put the yardstick up, and that way we can get a little bit of a reference, frame of reference. That's the top of the yardstick. It doesn't even go all the way up to the top of the trellis there. And so that's from here right to the bottom of the wire is just at 3 feet. 1 yard. So you can see just the length that's going across the top right there is already a yard long plus another yard. So, you know, it's really cranking. Top of the tomatoes are topping out at a yard now. And even though they're not getting all of the nutrients that they should be for a fruiting plant, the color of the leaves and the flower clusters keep coming. So once those flower clusters start opening up, and I'm sure I have to find some type of additive. It would be nice to have, you know, some seaweed extract, I guess, for those purposes, and I will be looking into that this week to see what I can find locally. If not, I'm just going to have to order something from overseas or online, because I don't understand why we don't have those things available on the shelves around here, but it is what it is. So anyhow, just keep your fingers crossed for these pollinated cucumbers, and here soon we'll be getting these lettuce out of the bed, and then let the spinach come in. The spinach are waiting for their turn. You can see them down here. And as soon as they start getting the light that this lettuce is getting, I'm sure we'll see some spinach take off, and just keep rotating crops. And then I'm going to start looking into, I've got to get another tank so I can get these larger fish out of here. I'm sure there's some breeding that will occur. And get some more the Nile tilapia in here, or maybe some Mozambiques. I would love to get some Mozambique tilapia in here, but I don't know how many breeds I want to mix up. Increase the gene pool or whatever. So I'll try and get another fish feeding episode done this week. It's hilarious to watch them eat lettuce. So we'll see you later.